Is there such a thing as a good Christian record deal? This is an important question. Let's just talk about the music industry first in general, whether secular, which means non-Christian, worldly, right? Worldly music, or Christian. The music industry, it's an industry that does not operate in the favor of the artist. It's more in the favor of the record label in the first place. Okay. Now, as far as being a Christian recording artist and signing a record deal, you have to understand that the music industry, again, it's built on predatory deals. Secular artists labels as well, they often own and they buy out Christian labels and sub-labels. That means that some of your favorite Christian singers and Christian rappers who are very well known, very high profile within the Christian music industry, CCM, modern Christian contemporary music, a lot of their labels are actually owned by secular labels. You have to understand that. If you do your research, you have a company like Viacom, you got these, there's like basically all the labels in the world, like the major ones, the secular ones, which again, they own some of the Christian ones. The people at the very top, behind closed doors, are in the occult. The very, very top. Okay? It's like Freemasonry. The lower level seems innocent. The deeper you go, higher degrees, you realize this is demonic. That's how the music industry works, all right? Secular artist labels, again, they own and they buy out Christian labels and sub-labels. And secular artists, who even people who are not Christian, mind you, who have challenged the structure, the status quo, have been blackballed from marketing, financing, radio play, etc. And that's non-Christian artists. So how do you think that they're going to treat a Christian artist? Because the industry is built on predatory deals, a lot of the times they don't give you your masters, they don't give you your rights to your own music. You don't even own it. As a recording artist in general, whether a Christian artist or not, when they give people an advance on the record deal, they give you money up front. That's not for you to just have. That's paid back to the label. If your music does not sell, then you basically get dropped. They can delay when your stuff gets released because the top artist of a record label are prioritized. So if you're not the best face of artists of the label, you're going to be shelved, put to the side. You're not going to have all the collaborations you want. They're going to decide sometimes with record labels what artists you work with, how you work with them. You don't get a say in it. There's a lot of things that you don't get to decide anymore once you sign a record label versus being an independent artist, whether Christian or secular. Being an independent artist, you have more control and you have more ownership of your music, of the rights to your music, and just your life in general. It's a lot easier. There's more red tape with record labels. What record labels do help with is, the marketing, the branding, the press, the A&R, stuff that, it may be harder for you and your team or just you to just do on your own. So I'm not saying that record labels are bad, and I'm not saying being a Christian recording artist, signing a record deal is a bad thing necessarily. But when the question is posed, is there such a thing as a good Christian record deal? I don't know. Am I signed personally to a record label? No. If they offered me a good deal, I do Christian rap. Would I take it? Sure. But I'm on a different mission, the Great Commission. Christian rap is a side quest for me. My main assignment is not that from the Lord. This is something for you to think about for those of you who are Christian singers and rappers. Do your music. Do it independent. Do it for the Lord. He's your audience, and it's an audience of one. If you happen to touch other souls and reach them, amen. If you happen to have an opportunity to get a record deal as a Christian, amen. Make sure it's in your favor to some degree. Remember, it's all record labels, they operate on predatory deals. So it's never going to be fully to your favor, but at least get it working somewhat in your favor. Whereas in the future, you can buy your masters, or in the future, you can, have more leeway to do more things. It helps to have a label. I love Christian music. There's a lot of talented Christian singers and rappers all across the world in many different languages. A lot of Americans and American Christians, what I don't like is you only listen to English music and English Christian music. You're missing a whole world out there. Spanish, French, Congolese, like all these different languages and cultures, their Christian music is fire. It hits differently. Christian Afro punk, Christian reggaeton, Christian salsa, there's Christian bachata, there's Christian cumbia, there's a Christian, a little bit of everything. Not everything can be Christianized, right? But there's a myriad of ways where you can survive and thrive and live and be successful in the music industry if you feel God is leading you to do that. But finding a good record deal, let alone a good Christian record deal, may be hard to find. I would recommend, if you have a lawyer friend, or if you know someone who knows the music industry laws, take them with you for a record signing, for signing of a record deal. You don't want to just sign any paperwork because they offer you money. Okay? You got to read between the lines. Make sure the people that you're affiliating yourself with are actually godly and not simply successful, because success and the things of the world can be very blinding. There's a lot of hypocrites and pretenders in the Christian music industry, in the music industry alone. Okay? And a lot of the people as well within the Christian music industry, as a side note, they rub shoulders with secular artists. They go to the same events and same stuff, and they want to be like them, and they love the world, and they compromise, not only in their lifestyle, but in their music. Don't let that happen to you for the sake of so-called being somebody, so-called being successful. You were successful when you repented and believed in the gospel of Jesus Christ. The greatest song you'll ever rap or sing is your life as a pleasing fragrance going up to the throne of the Lord of heaven and earth. Something to think about, something to pray about. Please consider what I'm telling you. And if anyone out there is connected with Christian record labels, please do better contracts for artists.